Hey everyone, how you doing? We're here to talk about my barbarian leveling build. So I made a whirlwind barb and it's very fun. I've been leveling up with it and let's check it out. Alright, so starting with the skill tree, we have lunging strike and enhanced lunging strike. We need this to be able to get here to use whirlwind, enhanced whirlwind, violent whirlwind. Our whirlwind is maxed out pressure point, and then we have one to rallying cry, enhanced, and tactical rallying cry, and then we have challenging shout maxed out with enhanced challenging shout and tactical challenging shout, and we have 1 point into iron skin. We have war cry enhanced and power war cry, 1 point into swiftness, booming voice, guttural yell, and raid leader all maxed out. And then we have a point into kick. We have maxed out pit fighter, 1 point in thick skin, and counter offensive maxed out. Heavy handed is maxed out along with wallop and concussion. We have 1 point into tempered fury and maxed out invigorating fury. For our key passive, we're using unconstrained. This is going to change as we level up and get proper gear to be unbridled rage, but right now we can't use that yet because it'll cause fury problems and you don't want to deal with that. So for our Paragon board, I won't be going over every single node, but if you want to pause the video and see where I've gone, can go ahead and do that. So the starter board, we have seething in our glyph socket, and for the second board we're using Warbringer, and in our glyph socket we are using exploit. We're making our way down to this Warbringer legendary node, and then after we'll be making our way over to unlock the third board. For the aspects that we're using Numbing Wrath, we have Dire Whirlwind, we have Iron Warrior, we have Ghost Walkers, Disobedience, Bold Chieftains, and Echoing Fury. Now I would say that the Chieftains and especially Echoing Fury are your first must-haves, because without them your Fury regeneration is just absolutely horrible. And I'm also using Retribution. So all of these aspects that I have, you can get them from the Codex, so I would suggest doing the Codex dungeons for Echoing Fury and Chieftains first, and then after you can go through and get the rest. The only aspect that's used for this build that you cannot get from a Codex dungeon is Limitless Rage, but you can use Retribution instead of this. And getting all the aspects that you need from the Codex dungeon is really good to get a head start on everything that you need without having to worry about like only finding one of these aspects and not wanting to put it into low level gear. So now for your gear, the stats that you're going to want to prioritize are vulnerable damage, crit strike damage, strength, plus to all stats, damage to close enemies, damage with core skills, percent to total armor, cooldown reduction, plus to maximum life, and fury cost reduction. And then as you're leveling, the sets that you don't need to prioritize but also honorable mention, like plus to movement speed, it's always fun running fast, plus ranks to whirlwind, plus ranks to warcry, and stuff like that. The build is super fun to play. As long as you have the Bold Chieftains and Echoing Fury rings, then you'll actually be able to spin through your enemies for a lot longer without losing out on your fury as fast. And that's why you don't want to use that key passive that I mentioned right off the bat, because it uses 100 times more of your fury and you'll be running out so fast. So it's better to get a higher roll of those two aspects before using that unbridled rage key passive. Now when you're leveling, you want to keep rallying cry, challenging shout, and Warcry and Iron Skin in your bar, as well as Lunging Strike and Whirlwind. Lunging Strike will be changed out for Kick once you get higher level and are able to maintain your Fury a bit better. Your Rallying Cry is essential before you get into battle because it'll boost up your Fury, because once you're not in battle, your Fury gets completely drained. And these work alongside with those aspects that I mentioned, because as your shouts are up and active, your fury will regenerate. This is why having some cooldown reduction on your stats is good, because it'll reduce the duration of your cooldowns for your shouts, so you'll be able to use your shouts more often in battle, which will regenerate your fury and keep you in battle longer. So if you do run out of fury while mid-battle, while you're leveling, you can use your lunging strike, but once you're higher level and you're no longer using your lunging strike, you won't be able to regenerate your fury without it, because kick won't regenerate your fury. So then when that happens, you will just pop out of battle quickly, let your shouts come off cooldown, and then pop back in. Your rallying cry is also a break CC, but this one is also used to regenerate your fury, so it's kind of always on a cooldown when you're in battle. So it's good to have a curative elixir hotkeyed so that when you are stuck in a CC and your rallying cry is on cooldown, you can just press that instead. And your iron skin also can break CC, but sometimes it's not available to use. So it is good to keep a stock of curative elixirs and keep them key bound. I like to keep mine on the F1 key. And that's everything I got for my leveling guide for my barbarian. Thank you for watching my video, and let me know in the comments if you're gonna try it out. Bye!